Friday, May the 12th edition of the Ringside Report. I am Ryan Young. Joining me on the phone, as always, the king of controversy, Anthony Smoody. Smoody!
It's Friday!
It is. How are we doing on this Friday? You ready for Mother's Day weekend?
Yeah, I gotta work.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah.
Are you ready to start the show, Smoods?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's start off by recapping Smackdown from Tuesday. Randy Orton comes out, says he's the champion. Jinder Mahal interrupts him. Then Kevin Owens says no one cares about London or anyone. They should just worry about the United States champion. Then AJ Styles comes out. Baron Corbin comes out. He gets attacked by Sami Zayn. A six-man tag gets announced for later on in the night. Natalya defeats Becky Lynch. Eric Rowan defeats Luke Harper. Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura go back and forth. Tony, this match has been made for Backlash. How big is that?
It's gotta be, because Dolph Ziggler's been bragging since WrestleMania that he didn't win the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, that Nakamura comes out of nowhere from NXT and just steals the show.
And so do you see the winner of this match possibly being next in line to face Orton or Jinder Mahal?
Oh, definitely, I see that happening.
Then we have the main event, you got Breezango defeating the Ascension. Breezango have had a couple of great weeks with the Fashion Police. They're getting a tag title match at Backlash. Your thoughts? Do you like what we've seen so far out of Breezango from their Fashion Police?
I like to get it better than their singles competition. That singles was horrible. I think this new gimmick is working out well. They're gonna give Universal the run for their money at Chicago Backlash.
And then finally, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, and Jinder Mahal defeat Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn. Jinder Mahal pins Randy Orton. That gives him momentum going into Chicago. He's probably not going to win that match, but I think they're really building this very well for Jinder Mahal.
Hey, you never know. Dreams do come true. Jinder Mahal might become WWE champion, but I don't expect him to hold on to it long.
No, I mean, I don't think Jinder has an opportunity to win it. I think this could be a good match. This is a match. I mean, like in wrestling, even if you lose a match, you can still be built up. Do you see after this match Jinder Mahal still being a main event middle guy, or you think that he's going to get squashed right away and that's going to be the end of it?
Well, you look at Bray Wyatt. He wasn't expected to win the WWE Championship all the years and everything. He's a mid-card level star. And then once he broke away from the Wyatt family, then he became the WWE champion. So anything can happen. So but if he does not win the championship, I expect him to be a main event star. Look at how built he is. He got the muscle.
Do the Singh brothers get involved in that match?
I don't think so. I think maybe they might be the wild card. They're the wild card.
We'll see what happens. And now 205 Live, Jack Gallagher interviews Austin Aries, but turns into Neville coming out and TJ Perkins attacking him. Mustafa Ali gets a win over Tony Nese, and Tozawa gets a win over Brian Kendrick, but Brian Kendrick ends the show by attacking Tozawa. Do you see, is that feud still going on, or do you think that was the end of it between Tozawa and Brian Kendrick?
I expect maybe at Backlash they might finally battle one more time.
That's a Smackdown pay-per-view. They're Raw.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe 205 Live again. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Maybe 3 rolls.
Okay, we're taking time out here on the Ringside Report. When we come back, we're going to recap Ring of Honor and NXT, the final Ring of Honor before War of the Worlds tonight. That's next on the Ringside Report. Okay, we're back here on the Ringside Report for this Friday. Before we get you set for the weekend, it's time to recap Ring of Honor and NXT. Let's start off with Ring of Honor. Tag team titles were on the line. The Young Bucks defeat the Squad, formerly of the Spirit Squad. Do you see the Squad sticking around in Ring of Honor, or do you think that was just a one-hit wonder?
I think they're going to stay in Ring of Honor. The Spirit Squad, they're doing pretty good. They were there for like a year or so.
And then, of course, they came back during the Miz Ziggler storyline not too long ago, too.
Yes.
You saw Punishment Martinez get a win over the Beer City Bruiser. Of course, the Beer City Bruiser, a local guy from around here. He was unable to get a victory. Silas Young was on commentary. But Punishment Martinez, without B.J. Whitmer, and I think Kevin Sullivan's gone, do you still see Punishment Martinez being a guy that can do something in Ring of Honor?
see him doing something. He should be a champion or something.
Well, that narrows it down.
But I think Kevin Sullivan should come back because he's a wonderful guy.
Kevin Sullivan's gone, Tony.
Oh, is he?
I just said that.
Oh.
Thanks for listening. Adam Cole and Cody get a win over Christopher Daniels and Dalton Castle. Two of the three men that are going to be involved in the matches coming up later on tonight. We're going to talk about that in the next segment. But Tony, does Christopher Daniels, unable to get a victory in that match, does that have some momentum going in for Cody in the triple threat match tonight?
I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is maybe Cody or I think that Christopher Daniels' run is going to end. It's a three-way dance, and remember, he's a 25% chance of winning or retaining the title. So it's going to be a hard time for him to go in tonight facing Cody and Jay Lethal.
Yes, it will. So I think it should be a good matchup. Daniels, of course, won it at the 15th anniversary in March, trying to retain it the first time. His first television, his first live pay-per-view defense. We'll see if he'll be able to do that tonight. We'll talk about that next segment. But now let's recap NXT. You saw Aleister Black get a win. There was a picture on Facebook posted, Tony, about it looked like Neville looking at Aleister Black. Do you see them two ever getting a chance to meet up, being that one's on Raw and the other one's in NXT?
Well, yeah, I see Aleister Black probably go on Raw again. It's just like remember when Sami Zayn and all the NXT were still on the roster, were still on the NXT, and then they got called up later on.
Yeah. So
I expect somebody's got to take down Neville.
It's going to be Aries. I think Aries, this is his third shot coming up at Extreme Rules. If he don't win it this time, what's the point?
Yeah, but what's the point? WrestleMania, he had a good shot at it. And Payback, he couldn't get a chance. So maybe Extreme Rules, he might get one more, but he's got to do it or he goes back to the bottom.
Yep. DIY come out and cut a promo talking, but then get interrupted by two guys, one of them being Tino Sabatelli or Sanatelli, the former football player. He comes out, eventually turns into a tag team match. DIY gets the victory. Then Hideo Itami defeats Roderick Strong. Hideo Itami is less than a week from tomorrow away from getting an NXT championship match in Chicago. Big win for Hideo Itami. This should be a big opportunity for him coming up next week.
Oh, yes. I've been paying attention to this guy. This guy reminds me of young CM Punk. And I like how he said on Twitter,
yep,
in Chicago, he's going to be going, since Bobby Roode glorious, to sleep.
He's going to put his move in what a city to put his move, the go to sleep, on someone, and I think it's a great job there. Okay, folks, that's Ring of Honor NXT. We're going to take a time out when we come back. It's time for the warm-up for Ring of Honor's War of the Worlds. That's tonight from the Manhattan Center, New York. That's next on the Ringside Report. All right, folks, it's now time for the Ring of Honor War of the Worlds warm-up. Of course, Ryan and Tony back with you. Let's start this thing off, Tony. We got 9 matches that will be taking place tonight, 8 p.m. on Internet Pay-Per-View. You can also watch it on the Fight Network, or the Fight app. Tony, first match up on the card, Kazarian versus Adam Page. We're going to do predictions along with talking with these. But Kazarian, of course, was a member of the Bullet Club only to help Christopher Daniels win the title at the 15th anniversary. Now he's facing Hangman Adam Page of the Bullet Club. There's some this could be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, Kazarian, he's a wonderful wrestler against Adam Page. But Kazarian needs to pick up a victory because remember, he's going to be the opening match, and remember, his buddy Christopher Daniels is going to be the end of the match.
So who do you got, Kazarian or Adam Page?
I got Kazarian winning this one.
I'm going to say Bullet Club goes out. I'm going to say Adam Page. War Machine versus, this is going to be the hardest name I've ever said on here, Los Ingobernables de Japón versus Search and Destroy. Don't forget, this is a mix of Ring of Honor and New Japan in this pay-per-view. So who do you got, Tony? War Machine, Los Ingobernables de Japón, or Search and Destroy?
I'm going to go with War Machine. I think they dominated tag teams in Ring of Honor. So I think they're going to pick up the huge victory here.
Since I can't say them, I'm going to pick them. The De Japón people.
Yeah.
What a match this is going to be. Will Ospreay, who's been all over the world wrestling. He's going one-on-one against Jay White. Jay White is on a roll right now. Who do you got, Tony?
I got Jay White. I think he continues that winning streak, and he continues maybe a title shot in the future.
I'm going to go with Will Ospreay. I think Jay White's on a roll. I think I kind of agree with you. I think it could be, it probably will be Jay White getting the victory, but I'm not sure just yet. Four-way match is going to be Bobby Fish versus Dalton Castle versus Kushida versus Silas Young.
Well, I would go with Silas Young, but I don't think so. I'm going to pick Dalton Castle.
You got Dalton Castle? Dalton Castle, you said?
Yep, Dalton Castle. He picked up a huge victory.
I'm going to say Bobby Fish. He keeps hitting that bump in the road. He wants to get back to that TV title. No better place to do it than on pay-per-view. Bully Ray and the Briscoes against Chaos. This six-man tag team of Bully Ray and the Briscoes have turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah, Bully Ray and the Briscoes, they had a pretty good last night in the Ring of Honor War Tour. So I think they retained their six-man tag team title.
Is that a tag team title match?
Yeah, as of Wednesday night, if they won that match on Wednesday night in that six-man championship match, they would have defended titles tonight. So they are defending.
Who do you got?
Tonight. Bully Ray and the Briscoes.
I'm going to agree with you. I don't think they're losing them yet. Big match here, Tanahashi versus Adam Cole, baby.
I'm going Adam Cole. He after losing the title back in March, I think he's going to start working his way back up there again.
There's been a lot of drama in the Bullet Club. He tried kicking out the Young Bucks, so I'm going to say Tanahashi wins it, and I think the Young Bucks are going to screw him. Speaking of the Young Bucks, they're defending their tag titles tonight against Los Ingobernables de Japón. It's a whole group. There's another part of them are wrestling the other match. Tony, who you got? Are the Young Bucks retaining tonight?
I believe the Young Bucks do retain, and it's going to be the end of the pond, whatever it is.
Okay, I'm going to agree with you. I think Young Bucks retain. TV title, Marty Scurll against Matt Sydal, formerly known as Evan Bourne.
Well, good thing for Marty Scurll on Wednesday, Cheeseburger. So he wrestled twice, so I guess Marty Scurll's going to retain. The other guy, forget about it.
I'm going to agree. I don't think it's Matt Sydal's time just yet. In your main event, Ring of Honor World title on the line, Christopher Daniels versus Cody versus Jay Lethal. Cody and Jay Lethal don't like each other. Is that going to play a factor in this match tonight?
Oh, I definitely, because Christopher Daniels is the only guy that suspends it. So I go with Christopher Daniels retaining the title. Jay Lethal and Cody are going to tear each other apart.
I think so too. Okay, so folks, that is tonight. Go ahead.
I think either Darian or Adam Cole attack Christopher Daniels at the end.
We'll see what happens, folks. That is tonight, 8 p.m. We'll have a wrap-up on Monday's show. Also, we'll be previewing Raw and SmackDown. The standings right now, Tony is down by 10.5. He needs to get going. Of course, we have two pay-per-view events next weekend with Takeover and Backlash. So, Tony, nowhere near out of it, but I've already rented the John Cena costume.
I'll start with it. Hey, speaking of that, I would like to say something first. This past week, very tragic situation. Roger, the guy from what's his
Ridiculousness.
It's funny, Big Black passed away tragically at 45 years old.
Also, yes, terrible. I watched that show. I never watched MTV, but actually when I was in Miami about 3-4 years ago, I spent most of my vacation watching that show on MTV. So, also, congratulations to Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. They had the birth of their baby, I believe, Birdie
Danielson, something John Danielson.
I believe their next one will either be named Par or Hole in One.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I even said, Tony? You would have laughed if you would have heard me.
What'd you say?
I said their next baby will be Par or Hole in One. Everyone have a happy Mother's Day. Don't forget to love your mother. Don't forget they wiped your butt. Right, Tony?
Yeah, they put up with yourself.
Or they knocked out your tooth. Whatever end of the spectrum you want to look at, right, Smoothie?
Yeah.
Okay, folks, everyone have a great Mother's Day. We'll be back Monday. For Anthony Smoody, I'm Ryan Young. Thank you for watching the Ringside Report, your front row seat to all things wrestling.